The new Mustang arrived in Australia a few years ago, and for Australians it was a huge thing. It was an iconic car, and we were also losing our Falcon, so we needed a new muscle car from the Ford brand. Now a new one's arrived. It's right there. Now there have been styling changes, interior changes, engine changes, and also a price change. Let me take you for a walk around. Now, this Mustang wears a GT badge, which means there's a V8 in that snout. You can also get a 4-cylinder, and you can also get a convertible. This is the fastback, the hardtop. Let's begin with the looks. First up, the nostrils. The bonnet's changed. The nostrils are down here, and you've got these nice lines which sort of curve away to the doors as well. The grille is lower. The headlights have also received a different styling treatment as well, and this bumper is completely redesigned too. These are the nice sort of curvaceous lines around here which wrap around the side. New LED lights too. Down the side here, exactly the same doors as the previous version, but we get round the back and we now have twice as many exhaust pipes as there used to be. Yes, we just had dual exhaust before, now we have quad exhaust. We've also got different styling to the taillights. Let's go inside. So many good things have gone on in the cabin. One of our major criticisms of the Mustang when it first came out in Australia a couple of years ago was that the interior just felt a bit cheap. The plastics just felt a bit hard. Ford have addressed that. In Australia, our cabins are quite premium compared to a lot of other markets, and that's because they knew we had a bit of an issue with it. You've got these, you still have plastics, but it's a different type of plastic. It's softer and it's rolled around features. You've got less sort of bright chrome effects. You've got more of this brushed aluminium, which just adds a bit of texture and also just makes it feel a little bit posher. But the big news in the cabin is that the virtual display. It's a 12-inch display, and it's beautiful. There's so much information, but it's all designed so that it's not busy. It actually is really easy to use. Along with that instrument cluster, other standard kit includes an 8-inch screen with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, sat-nav, reversing camera, parking sensors, a 12-speaker stereo, and 19-inch alloy wheels. Now, let's start her up. Go for a drive. What's it like to drive? Now, I've spent a lot of the morning driving this car on the road, on real roads through Adelaide. And I've got to say the ride is so much better than the previous car, and that's because it's got a new system called MagnaRide. It's an optional suspension system, and it's fantastic. This is rolling on 40 profile rubber. It really shouldn't be this good, but the ride is so comfortable. It's fun, it's a bit wild, it's rock and roll, and it's not totally perfect, but that's a muscle car. The 6-speed automatic transmission is gone, and in its place is a new 10-speed auto. It's supposedly a faster shifter and has a wider ratio span. The manual gearbox has also been redesigned for the V8. Now, the 2018 Mustang has a new exhaust system. It's called an active exhaust system, and you've got 4 different modes. The only mode you really need to know about is sport mode. It adds so much more of a throaty bark to this car. It's a lot louder, a lot more aggressive sounding. Along with that active exhaust, which changes the voice of the Mustang GT, there's 5 drive modes to choose from: normal, sport, racetrack, drag strip, and winter and snow mode. Now that engine, like before, it's a 5-litre Coyote V8, but it's at a horsepower bump. There's 33 more kilowatts and 26 more Newton meters. Now safety. The Mustang Fastback was given a pretty ordinary 2-star ANCAP rating back in early 2017, but Ford has gone a long way to addressing these issues. It's added AEB with pedestrian detection, lane keeping assistance, forward collision warning, but this latest version of the Mustang has still only managed 3 stars, and that's because it's scored low marks for child protection and rear passenger protection, and also whiplash protection. Okay, price. You are going to pay more for this new Mustang GT. For example, the previous Fastback GT Auto used to cost about 60 grand. It's now roughly 66 before on-road costs. So, what do we reckon? Styling. Ford have completely nailed the styling. I really didn't think you'd get much better looking than the previous Mustang, and they have. They've made the tweaks without stuffing everything up. Interior, the cabin is a lot more premium now, and it really needed that. The last cabin was quite El Cheapo feeling. Safety, disappointing. 3 stars is still not enough stars. Ford, you can do better than that. I know you can. Finally, engine, more power. More is always better, unless we're talking about price, and you're going to have to pay more money for this Mustang as well. That was just a really quick tour of the Australian Mustang. The full review is at carsguide.com.au, and you'll also see how I've broken down the score there too.